This is Jenny, and she is one of the quietest generators on the market. You asked, and we listened. Today, we're putting Jenny to the test. But here's the catch. She's on the smaller side, and we're about to find out if she can handle powering one AC in our RV without getting overloaded.
I'll do it in about 30 seconds. Okay.
I'm nervous. Let's do this. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. The things we do.
We're a bit nervous, but we're taking you along for the ride to see how this quiet beauty holds up under pressure. And that's not all. We've got some unfortunate updates on our truck that you're going to want to hear. There's a lot happening as we kick off our mini-series to finish the last 6 states on our bucket list of all 50. The RV season might be slowing down, but not for the Hanks. Let's dive in.
Of running a generator at an RV park that has full hookups when we have neighbors right there. We don't have neighbors right here. And before we do this, I do need to go inside and turn a couple things off. But let's see if Carl's ready to go.
You ready to do this?
I should say we gotta brush the dust off that bad boy.
I know this is a pain to pick today to do it, but I figured since we're at the RV park, we might as well, we have hookups, we can trial run this.
Yes.
If anything goes wrong, we just hook back up to the shore power and we'll be good.
Right. And what I'm hoping is we could do some really, really nice boondocking. I mean, we'll still need the generator, but we probably won't have to run an AC.
Boom. There's that. She's dusty. Come on, let's go this way.
Let our RV block the sound.
Okay. You think we should just start it up now? It should be only a 1-pull start.
Okay.
Get into it, Nene. Get into it. Look at that. Always
oh
1
my
pull.
gosh, that is really quiet. You know what I'm learning is
what?
This generator is quieter than the highway noise.
It is. I wanted to show you guys actually, Honda has an amazing app that is included with the Honda generator. So the cool thing is about the app is it will actually show how much juice you're using out of the generator, how much oil life is remaining, the fuel level, engine hours. You could shut off the generator. So for instance, if I hold down this power button, red thing, and then it shuts off the engine. I like that a lot. Thank you, ma'am. The one feature I really do like about the generator is this thing called Eco Throttle mode right here. And what that basically does is it's like an on-demand for the generator, meaning it will only use as much power as needed. As soon as I turn off that Eco Throttle mode, you can hear how much it revs up. And it gets a little bit more noisy for all your surrounding neighbors. So let me go re-engage that one more time. Just keeps things a lot more quiet. One thing we did want to mention is we had to buy this adapter separately from the generator. These are included in any hardware store or at a RV store. They're basically the adapter that you plug in the generator and then you plug a 30 amp connection into the back of that adapter.
Before we do this, I think we should make sure that all of the AC power on the inside is turned off.
Okay.
So Starlink, we'll kind of put that in stow mode, make sure the electric water heater is off, put the fridge on propane. This thing only is gonna work the AC.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
What if we left the battery charger plugged in? Because if you're ever in a situation where you are running a generator because you want to cool down the AC, you would like to know that you could also just charge the batteries up. Okay, so this is switch. We'll unplug this, turn this off, and we gotta turn the ACs off. Bedroom.
That is so cool that we're able to do that now.
I know. Okay, that one's off.
Okay.
That one's off. So the only thing we're gonna keep connected is the battery charger.
What's your theory before we go into this? Do you think it's gonna hurt the generator? See,
Like
I'm
what?
worried we went into this buying a generator for the sole purpose of charging batteries and just to get by, but now we're trying to play the game of well, how much can we run
Right.
off this very minimal sized generator?
I guess my thought is, yes, we did buy the generator just for a few appliances, charging the batteries, but my thought is that it's a bonus if it can also run the AC.
That's true.
Would be great.
That's true. Okay.
So now we just gotta
Let's shut off the breaker
Okay.
here, kill the power, unhook that
Okay.
from shore power. Now what we can do is go ahead and put it in bypass mode because we know that inline surge protector is gonna not accept it. A lot of back and forth, but it'll be worth it knowing this. Right here inside the door, we have this little switch here, and this normally would show a number there and how much amperage we're drawing at the time. The difference between normal use and bypass is normal use is allowing the inline surge protector to work and make the determination if it's safe to use that power. But unfortunately, like I said, with the generator, we got to put it in bypass mode for whatever reason. I just don't think there's a workaround. So let's go ahead and hook it up to the generator. Plug it in, plug it in.
Now, I also don't think it should be on eco mode.
Okay, yeah, I can't actually make the change to eco throttle until it's on. You want to pull it one more time?
Okay, are we ready?
Yep. Okay, now we're back on. We're in eco throttle.
So
I mean, even so, it says it's drawing some kind of voltage.
It is probably because of the battery charger and all that.
I say let's unhook. I changed my mind.
Okay.
Let's unhook the battery charger.
Because we can see the difference in voltage on your phone.
I was a little nervous having that all running at one time.
Hey, I'll unplug it, and
Okay.
you look at that to see what it does when I unplug it.
Okay,
Now.
go ahead. Oh yeah, that went down to 0. That's
Really?
crazy. Yeah, it
Holy-
completely dropped it.
So that pulls a lot of power.
All right, I'm gonna take it out of eco throttle mode. All
Here's
right.
what I think we should do.
Okay. Oh, we got some peeps pulling in. Hi.
Oh, it's a Brinkley. Okay, I think one of us should stay out here and make sure that Jenny doesn't explode.
Okay.
And I'll go inside. Basically, I'm making you stay outside.
Yeah.
I'll go inside and actually turn the AC on, but I'm
Just-
gonna do low and manual.
Yeah, just one AC.
One AC. Well,
All right.
if something goes haywire, just kill the generator. Don't worry about the AC.
We're good.
Are we ready then? So I'll do
I
it.
think so.
I'll do it in about 30 seconds. Okay.
I'm nervous. Let's do this. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. The things we do. Should we be doing? I mean, it should be okay. Should be able to handle this, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hi. Well, we're gonna see if we can boondock more. We're doing that AC, that one over yonder. Without further ado, I'm nervous. All right, let's see what happens.
All right, let's take a look at the app together and watch and make sure. We'll see when the AC actually turns on.
It turned on. That was suspiciously easy, and I'm curious to what the generator is showing on the phone.
Is that it? No way.
Holy cow. Now, do I push it and go up to, no. Do I?
Okay, that's on, Renee said she set that to low and manual, meaning continuously running. There's no way that it just only used that much voltage. I was expecting it to be up in this area.
This is a great sign so far. This is very exciting, but I have so many questions. Oh,
Let's go see if she... Oh, it said, okay, now it turned on.
I don't know if that's a good sound, but we're just gonna go see what Carl's up to.
Inverter unit excessive current detected. Inverter unit excessive current, a warning occurred. Okay, so when I was I was gonna go just check with Renee and make sure it was actually on, but as soon as I did, it revved up for a second, you could hear it, and now we're getting this warning here. But it says a warning occurred, but it's not occurring right now. See, I think the problem is with these ACs when they first start, it's that initial draw of power that really exceeds the threshold. But once it starts up and is running, then that power goes down to like a normal usable voltage, so to speak. So it's only the concern when turning on the AC initially, but afterwards, once it's running, it's good to go. And right now, we're good, but I don't know if that hurt the generator at all. How'd you do?
That's a standoff.
So we got a warning message,
Oh.
but it was only upon starting it that was the concern.
Because the starting watts are so high.
Yeah, but now it seems to be okay with that. So what I'm thinking, I don't want to damage the generator because it said it initially overloaded it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe we should consider getting a soft start if we really want to do follow through with using the generator.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
idea.
it's a nice generator. I mean, that thing's expensive and I want to make it last.
Do you think overloading it would damage it?
I don't know. I'm curious to what everyone else says on in the comments because I'm sure a lot of people out there are pretty good with using a generator. So if you guys have any suggestions to offer us, any word of advice that we could go through with knowing whether we should get a soft start or did we hurt the generator, please share it all in the comments below so that we and everyone else can learn.
I will tell you on the inside, as soon as I turned it on, I went to manual low. It kicked right on, no problem.
Well, we're sitting at 1490. So the AC is running right now.
Yeah.
Let's go inside and check it out. I mean, the voltage or the amperage all looks good right now. Dexter doesn't even know that we're unhooked from shore power.
The problem is it's on low.
Yeah, and that's not gonna really cool it down all that much. Now I wonder, because it started, like if it started, can we turn it on high since the AC already kicked on?
I think people said that's a thing. Like, let it kick on and then you can go to high.
Okay.
But I don't want to push it.
Yeah, I don't either, because right now we're doing pretty good. You know, it's really interesting walking around and taking notice of how many sites are empty. Where did everyone go? I have a suspicion, however, that this is becoming more of a reality for all RV parks across the nation as the RV season is coming to a close. But not for the Hanks. In fact, I have some very exciting news to kind of kick off this next portion of the season for Happily Ever Hanks. We're gonna head north. We're going to Maine. I cannot explain to you how long I've been waiting to go to Maine. But the crazy part is, with this intention to head up there, I'm also a little bit nervous, to be completely honest, because I've never been a good planner. I was talking to Nay this morning, and we actually got into a discussion about how much her and I are kind of like homebodies. So when I'm heading up north to Maine, I think I'm gonna take a new journey with you guys and push myself out the comfort zone of just getting out of the RV more and exploring some new activities, some new destinations, maybe some new food. There's lots to do, and I wanna take full advantage with the time we have up there.
So excited that we're finally visiting Maine. But did you know we are doing this trip without having anything planned, no reservations? So we're not just heading up to Maine, hanging out and heading back down. We're actually visiting a lot of states on the way because we're only a few left from officially saying that we hit all 50 US states. So the tentative plan right now is to follow the coast through Connecticut, Rhode Island, go up to Massachusetts, and then finally hit Maine. And then after the trip, we're gonna head down and see some fall foliage through New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. Why do we travel with no reservations? Well, because we're full-time, we can kind of go wherever, whenever. So we feel like having a strict schedule where we have to be at this place and this place doesn't really make the lifestyle fun. But as I'm looking into this trip, I'm realizing we should have made reservations. From what I'm learning, taking a look at this trip going up to Maine, is that everything's booked, especially for August where it's still peak season, and it's not cheap. Let me take a look and see what we're charging per night. 60, 80, 90, and then you're like, wow! You're looking at paying a weekday rate of like $130 a day. So this is the RV Life program, and as you can see, that is where we are currently, Tri-State RV Park. If you're curious to what these weird colored boundaries are, that shows you distance in miles when it comes to your drive day. So if you're a person that only likes to drive 100 miles on a drive day, you want to stay within this barrier here. If you're a person that likes to drive 200 miles a day, then you can look within this barrier here, this yellow one. Same thing for the red. I think that's 300 miles. So based on this, we can make it to Vermont or New Hampshire in one shot if we wanted to. But that's not what we're doing. The thing that concerns me the most is that if we don't have a place to stay and it's August and we're not far north enough and it's hot and we have to sleep in a Walmart parking lot or maybe a Cracker Barrel, I would like to know that we could run the generator for maybe an hour or two to cool the rig down so we're not dying of a heat stroke.
Just got a text message from the office saying that we have a package that came in, and that's something I think a lot of people, or at least we did, had a lot of confusion on how you receive mail out on the road. We actually broke this down in a separate video. I'll leave it linked here. You could go click and watch that one after being done with this one. See, I really like full-timers in the propane situation when you're stationary. Having that propane on hand, like those big tanks, are so much less of a hassle than having the 30-pound propane tanks that we have. It is just extremely annoying to have to get those filled up all the time on the road. Oh my gosh. So I forgot to tell you guys, yesterday we got the tail end of the hurricane being here in Pennsylvania. We actually even got a tornado warning, which was not a comfortable feeling. Boy, did I not realize how much the water levels came up. We're near the river, and thank goodness we're not any closer than what we are. Check this out. I can't even begin to describe how much the water came up. Before, it was out beyond that tree line out there, and now look at it. That's the crazy thing with water, is it's so damaging. There is so much power within water, and just look how quickly places like this can become flooded. Especially living in an RV, you think, well, I'll just pack up and I'll hit the road and I'll be safe, but you know, it's torrential downpour, you got tornado warnings going on, and you don't know any of the surrounding areas. It's not a very comfortable feeling to just hook up and hope for the best, you know what I mean? Looking at that, just wow, blows my mind. Hey, I had a quick question. Is the office open right now?
You got the brown office and you got the white office behind us.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can't miss it.
I appreciate it. There we go. Hey, just looking to see if we had a package that came in.
Well, the Hanks are.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. You too. As easy as that. Amazon package secured.
So another thing I'm nervous about.
Now you may be asking yourself, what is the reasoning that I went ahead and purchased these wheels for the truck? The TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system built into the truck, are in each of the wheels, right? That TPMS sensor sat more in the middle of my old rims, which is really thick metal. And to re-engage the sensor, it had to read through all that metal to reach the sensor. So they could never get them re-engaged, which led them down the rabbit hole of saying, get some new rims with that sensor that sits more on the outside of the rim. That way, when you rotate the tires, you just beep, and it's re-engaged. Made sense, so I went ahead with the purchase. Did I think the purchase through well? No, I didn't. I didn't think through it at all. I just said, sounds good on paper, let's make it happen. Which leads me to this next point I'm gonna talk about. But with these rims, opened up a whole nother can of worms of problems we've been having. One of the biggest problems with these tires is with them being oversized, we're having problems with our turn radius. So especially when we get into tight parking lots like Walmart, I'm having to make 3-point turns. You could see how frustrating that could get, and very quickly. When I went ahead and bought new rims for the truck, the gentleman at the store told me that these rims would be okay for the tires, but he kind of failed to mention something called a wheel offset. And it's something I'm very naive on still, so I'll try not to butcher it while explaining it to you. When I initially thought about having new rims, I never considered how having a thinner or a thicker rim could really affect the tire. And what that did is it caused the wheel offset of the entire tire to get pushed more deep into this wheel well. With the tire being deeper, it has less of a turning capacity because it's more contact points it's going to make with this wheel well. Does that make sense? So if it was sticking further on the outside of the truck, it would have more spacing, but now it's in the inside, it has a tighter compartment to work around. Check this out here. As you'll notice, there has been some really smoothing of edges here on the outer aspect of the tire. But take notice in the middle of the tire, the tread still remains intact and is good. Why is this causing this rub down, this wear and tear? Well, what happens is when I make a sharp turn, the tire sitting deeper into this wheel well causes the outer aspect of this tire to make contact with this contact point right here. And I'll try to show you guys a little bit more, but as you can see, there's a little rubbing there, some exposure of the metal underneath where the fabric used to be. And this is a big safety concern for things like tire blowouts. I'll keep you guys posted as much as I know. More news to follow.
Well, thanks for watching. YouTube thinks you'll like this video that you see on the screen, so tap it, click it, go watch it. It might just be your favorite video yet. We'll see you over there.